Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Today's another exclusive session we have on our Beyond Business Live series. I'm Dr. Azeeza. Together with me, I have the amazing Victoria. Hello, my dear.
Hello. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, and today's session, as we have been telling you this couple of weeks, we are on in a what do you call that, an exciting roller coaster of activities, and this is really a fun and thrilling moment because we are meeting amazing teachers, mentors, industry players, and also powerful change makers and trailblazers who are making a shift in the impact investing and in the community creation of enlightened entrepreneurs. And today we have an enlightened mind founder who is joining us today. We're going to introduce him shortly. Just before that, I want to definitely introduce and remind all of you this event that we have put together is in conjunction with our International Investors Forum happening on February the 23rd at Raffles Town Club, Singapore. And this event is about bringing together investments and business investors in investments that can transform lives, wealth, and legacy. So we're going to have wonderful conversations with amazing people as a one-day event, and in alignment with that, we are doing this online series. So let's welcome Timur Kudratov. Right? I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Welcome.
Hello. Hi,
Yes,
everyone. Dr.
welcome. And
Azeeza, Victoria, thank you very much for the invitation. And yeah, hope you can hear me, see me, and happy to be live.
yes,
We know
indeed.
you are so busy today, and thank you joining us. And uh, thank you, Timur.
Yes, and I have to
Yeah,
mention.
but
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
No,
No,
go ahead.
yeah, indeed. And last night it was just last minute confirmation for the World Government Summit, which started today here in Dubai, Madinat Jumeirah, and an amazing lineup of speakers, government entities. And yeah, I'm just between the meetings, but this session is same important as anything else. So yeah, I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And first and foremost, thank you for being our strategic partner, Enlightened Minds. Just give an official introduction. Timur is the co-founder of the Enlightened Minds Investments, and which is an international network based from UAE. We're going to have enlightening conversations with him. We're going to really drill in to the dynamics of impact and enlightenment through investment. How about that? And more as well. Victoria, let's do it.
Yes, Timur, could you share with us, because I know a lot of founders can see us now, what's the business strategies of Enlightened Minds?
Well, Enlightened Minds basically was founded by several entrepreneurs and individuals who already had lineup of different businesses within Middle East. And we have decided that since we were already using each other's services and cross exchanging the network of clients and investors, we decided to put it under one umbrella. So the official strategy of Enlightened Minds, we only get into businesses which would benefit from our ecosystem, as well will bring benefits to the ecosystem. I'll put it this way: all of the businesses we have, they use legal services, lawyers, legal services, consultations, and we actually pay on yearly basis a quite large amount of money individually as the companies. So last year's strategy was to acquire or get into shares of an existing law firm, so we can basically benefit from the money we pay as well as help the company grow within the ecosystem. So we recently acquired 40% of an existing law firm, and it's going to happen the same with other sectors. Like, we know that we have a lot of parents who have kids, so our strategy for this year to acquire nurseries, schools, and get into businesses related to healthcare and education. So that's our strategy. So we don't really look for unicorns or really big names and startups. We are traditional business owners. We like to make money today and here, and we like to
Oh, is it we are losing him?
rather
Yes.
capital of businesses. And you, no. Did you lose me?
Yeah, just a
Yes.
little. You said a very important thing. We like to make money here. Yes, and then
Exactly. Today, I mean, yeah, we have decided that because today's world is very dynamic, and here and there you hear that, okay, I'm building a unicorn, I'm building an amazing startup, and we help to support. We have a special accelerator today and here, so we every time I say invest, it just disappears. So we invest in businesses which makes money today and here.
I
Yeah.
get you, and it's so important, and that's very aligned to what Shine Go Global does. We have a word for what you're doing. It's a game theory model. It's about bringing
No.
together a group of companies, and you run your own game within we. And in Singapore, it's known. We say it a lot. It's left pocket to right pocket. How about that?
Exactly.
Same.
Yeah,
This is the same.
yeah, yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much for, you have 18 years of experience doing what you're doing, even though you're looking really young. 18 years
No,
is a long
40.
time.
40.
Sorry. Oh, okay. So we would love to understand in your dynamics in terms of building your business. Where have you like ventured into? What are the countries that you are currently based in?
So our current headquarters are here in Dubai, but we have ventured into Germany, Düsseldorf. We have rep office in Spain. We have a rep office in Moscow, Russia, and we're setting up an entity in Kazakhstan at this moment.
Nice.
Nowhere
Very
else.
nice. And it's
We've been doing business in
yes.
Saudi Arabia long before. Is it hanging? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's kind of like going in and out.
But I'm not moving. I'm
Yeah.
where you put me. I'm still here.
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you good. Go ahead.
Okay. So I was saying that we've been doing business with Saudi Arabia long before it became a trend, because I believe that now people are exploring an expansion to Saudi Arabia. And Saudi, I mean, they are developing. They're bringing the most international events to Saudi. They also focusing a lot on education and bringing international schools to Saudi, supporting families, healthcare. We not yet have an official office in Saudi Arabia, but we are planning for this year.
Very nice, very nice. And today's topic we chose for you was the future of smart capital and global growth. So we want to know from you, what are the sectors or regions that are attracting the most enlightened entrepreneurs or investors right now?
So I would say that from what is happening around the globe, obviously Asia, which is Singapore, where you are based, in Middle East, it is. Am I hanging again
Yes, we can hear you. It's just a
or
little
no?
lagged, but we can hear you.
When I say really great.
Yes, Asia, Singapore, Middle East. We got it.
Okay,
Maybe
okay,
you could
too bad.
repeat.
So yeah, what I said that there are several sectors, and obviously in Asia is Singapore. In terms of real estate and development is Bali, Vietnam, Cambodia. But in Middle East it is Dubai. Dubai became an international hub where a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners, even startups, even though the startup culture is not yet developed, so it's not a Silicon Valley, but government does everything to support startups, entrepreneurship. They opening different accelerators. The companies like us, we also appear because we only for smart investment.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't really invest only capital and let the founders grow, because all of us have an experience in growing different businesses in different sectors. We decided that that experience is actually a support for founders. So before we invest, we sit down with the founder to understand how he reached the point where he reached, what happened to the business, because mostly we look at the businesses where they want to grow. They reach the point where they make decent amount of money, but everything they make they spend to maintain their lifestyle, so there is no funds to grow. And then normally founders open their doors for investors right at this stage. They say, okay,
Mm.
now I monetize, I'm looking for investors. So unlike other investors, we would sit down and we would try to use existing companies and existing services up to 80% of the investment, right? So we do interviews to understand, evaluate, and then let's say if the founder came with a request for $1 million, we will try to give everything up to 80%. What we have: marketing, we have our own legal structure, we have our own office space, we have our own staffing, sales team, clientele. We have all internally, until obviously it comes impossible. Let's say if he's looking for opening another restaurant or another coffee shop where it requires to invest into facilities, obviously this is something we would consider and we invest. But yeah, and we put him on the board. We sit down with him at least twice a month to understand what is his growth strategy, how do we exit, and etc. So we go only with smart investment.
Very nice. We love smart investments. And those who have gone into funding and fundraising would know the power of smart investment and the importance of smart investment. Now, I want to ask you, because you said smart investment, but my next question to you will be, what is smart capital? I mean, do you see it differently? And also, what is the importance for it? Maybe you can elaborate on what you just said.
Yeah, well, what I believe truly that in today's world, it's easy to find funds, cash, investors, capital. It's easier. But what I see normally happens when there are two ways. So the founder is raising capital either to do a small exit for himself because he just started, or to upgrade his lifestyle. Suddenly, he will be driving a better car, a different place.
As usual,
Well, it
yes.
happens. Yeah, yeah. So he's gonna get a big office because he thinks that the growth means bigger office and growing operation cost. So we are against businesses where you depend on growing an operation cost and growing them, because in Dubai especially, hiring and firing process is completely different from other countries. It's expensive, first of all, to hire a professional in terms of legalities, visa costs, and etc. Right? So if he comes and says, "Oh, I need to bring a team of 20, and that's how we grow," so it's not a growth. So for us, smart investment, it comes down to really sit down with the founder and help him grow, because growth, it's all in combination. So it's not only an expansion of an office and big team. The founder should grow, right? We need to understand his bad habits, good habits. What is his lifestyle? Because we want to grow. How? Because an investment into a business, there are so many risks. One of the risks is the founder's risk, right?
Mm.
When the founder, I don't know, is too old, or having a unhealthy lifestyle, or is just spending and wasting time and energy, and the whole business is around him. I used to be a founder like this. So I was a founder who I would never deal at today moment, right? So I would never actually invest in myself back in the years if I meet myself 5 6 years ago. Okay, so that's today's smart invest. It's a fancy word where people think that it's a technology investment, or it's just, so you do bring value as enlightened minds, as us, or as an investor. You do bring value to the company you want to invest, but not only capital. You bring them your connections, your network, your expansion strategy. You put him into an ecosystem. You present him. You pull him around, and you say, okay, this is XYZ. This is the founder of this company. We invested in this company because we believe in this founder, we believe in this company. And that's today's world smart investment. And that's what we do.
Wow, that is amazing. And I feel this is so important in today's world because at the end of the day, very, very well said. One of our mentor from US, she says, money is in the market. Money is in the market. Every day, trillion of dollars are getting wired around us, getting wired, literally transferred wiring to different countries. But how do you get that into your bank account or your business
Yeah.
to create impact, to create a powerful journey for everybody? And the reason for business sometimes is construed. So what you are doing is so important that you actually educate people in that way. And so thanks for saying that. You are reminding of what I would do. But anyway, well, yeah, I had someone, I have to tell this, and I'm sure the person will be watching. I had someone tell me, Aziza, I will not do business with you because you are too good. You're too kind. That's very dangerous for business. I
It
agree.
is.
And the same person right now has some other view about me, different view. So that's good for
Yeah.
me as well. So yeah.
The thing is, you see, Dr. Aziza, what I wanted to mention that there are some things you can't really change about yourself because the way you were raised, the community you're surrounded, your parents, this is something loaded. This is you can't change. But what you can change is to not change, but what you can train yourself is basically like the right way to say no, right? There are so
Yes.
many polite ways to say no. You need to learn how to reject offers. You need to learn because sometimes because we entrepreneurs in and out, right? So we always seek for opportunities regardless what is making money today, and it's great and you want to develop, but you constantly out there. I mean,
Yeah.
Victoria, you would agree, creating
Of
global
course.
invest platform was because you are not satisfied with something what you do today, even
Yes.
if it's making money. So you want bigger, you want global, you go international, and
Yes.
Yes.
that's the spirit of entrepreneurs, and that's what we want to grow. We want to grow.
Absolutely.
We want to tell founders that there is so much out there, and it's not about capital. And we also grow the culture of openness because sometimes it happened, and especially maybe I always talk about UAE because I've been doing business here for the past 20 years. Here I see more and more founders are being closed. They don't really open up. They afraid of showing their failures. They show a fake success of that bling bling and going worldwide, and then you call them and you know that they are in bad shape, they're bad situation. But maybe if it was a right culture that you can go and open up and say, look, this is where I failed, this is my
Yeah.
mistakes, how do I change it, because it's normal. I mean, it's
Yes,
impossible
of
not
course.
to do mistakes, no?
In fact, I'm sure as investors, we always look at if someone has not, the more they have failed, we know that the more safe they are, the more humble they are, the more effective they can get learning from their failures. If they
Yeah.
have never failed, we are a little concerned too. I'm like, okay, so how will you react to failures, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
This is
So as
really
you,
important.
yes, go
True,
ahead,
true,
Victoria.
because you don't know the difference, right? Sorry, Victoria. Yeah.
No, no, no. Timur, please continue.
Yeah. No, because you can't really evaluate your success until you failed, right? So you don't know what is success. I mean, at the very beginning, the company grew so fast. I started back in 2006. So the company grew so fast, I didn't realize that, okay, I was thinking that I'm making a lot or I'm successful. I was sitting in the leather chair and I had a big office with 50 staff, and I thought that is success until I failed. And the recovery from the failure was the success, because you can
Yeah.
nag and cry about something didn't work the way you wanted, or also always going back and saying, oh, back in the years I used to do. I mean, what is the situation today? Who are you today, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit philosophic,
This
but
is a really
yeah.
important, Timur. Thank you for share us your real experience because
Mm,
everybody can understand. This is not only a beautiful picture. And
yes.
this is a real life. This is a real man. And if this man can achieve his goals, and everybody can do it. And
Yes.
this
Oh
is a
yes,
really
100%.
important. Yes, because they
True,
should
true.
start. If you fall, you should start and go and
100%.
go to your dreams. Yes.
Just be ready to fall again, and I think that's
Yes.
that's
Yes.
that's like
Yes.
a Lego. So
It's
no,
like
but
that. The curve is like that.
exactly.
It's not like that. It's like
Yes.
That's why
that.
I will. I will
And
never
so
Like a
go back
wave.
and change.
Like a wave.
my
Yes.
mentor used to say this, and she talks about evolution. So it's this way, it's spiraling up. Sometimes we feel like we've come back to the same place, but actually we have just evolved because we may be looking like at the same place, but
Mm.
we're no longer the same person. So it's an
Yeah.
evolution, like spiraling up.
Yes.
Oh,
Anyway,
I like this theory because it was proven that the sun and the earth are going around the sun in the spiral way, right? So it's just
yeah,
constantly
yeah,
moving. So it's not just around here. So
yeah.
wow, it's true.
This is a very wise
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
So
Timur.
Okay, so let me ask me
Uh,
questions if you have more, and then
no, no,
I'll
no,
ask
no,
about
no.
the.
If you want
Okay.
to speak, please speak. Today we
Well,
uh,
I wanted to mention
wants to hear.
the reason why I was invited on today's session is first I was connected to Victoria, who introduced me to Dr. Azeeza, who have shared with me the Global Invest platform, which is holding its next summit forum, a closed dinner on the 23rd of February in Singapore, right?
that's right.
And I used to say, like, the only time I went to Singapore was with the F1. It was a F1 racing, and I have realized that the only way, if I'm not a race fan. I mean, like for me, there's like shoo shoo shoo. It's like, but the thing, the only reason why I went there because a very wise person told me, he said, Timur, if you ever want to do business in Asia, anywhere in Asia, you have to come to Singapore and you have to attend an event there because, and it's true, the whole world was there during F1.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a great opportunity to most probably attend, go to Singapore again, and not for the F1 for something I don't really like, but for something I enjoy being among investors, entrepreneurs, and since it's your initiative, so what's going to happen there?
Yes. Thank you so much for asking. International Investors Forum. That's what's happening here. And thanks for being our strategic partner. This is a one-day event that we are focusing on ensuring impactful business opportunities and investors come together and also look into the power of wealth creation, wealth distribution. When I talk about wealth distribution, it's not donation drive, but rather conscious capital, the favorite word of Go Global, and what we have been gearing towards together with Victoria's Global Invest. Shine Go Global is very inspired with the concept of conscious capitalism and how we are using that model for growth from Asia. And so it involves family offices, big business leaders coming together, and then also impactful projects. So this is not a pitching event, as many do think, investors event is a pitching event. This is not a pitching event. This is a one day of collaboration, a strategic partnership, meetups. And in fact, we are meeting many people like yourself even before the event. So many participants and team members who are already registered are watching each other. They are learning about each other even before we meet. How
And start
exciting!
working more maybe before our event.
Yes, start
Yeah,
working.
and it's a great opportunity. I like those, pre-events connections. So when you go there, you already know someone. So normally, we work with a lot of founders, and you notice that regardless of their achievements, sometimes they come in a room with the people they don't know. They stand in the corner, they wait for someone to
Yes.
approach them. So we develop the culture of founders being on the stage or doing podcasts with them and doing live sessions. So what you do pre-event is an amazing opportunity for everyone just to
Yes, because they can
get
meet
to know each
like
other and
good friends.
see those live sessions.
Yes.
Absolutely.
True. We already
Okay.
friends. We never met in life, but we already friends.
Yes.
Yes. Uh,
And you look
Timur,
forward.
uh, could I continue? Okay, Timur, as you mentioned earlier, you not invest in startups, but maybe you give us advice what they should do and how they can
Oh yeah.
attract investments if they startups.
From
Okay.
you.
So I'll clear that. So of course, when you are an entrepreneur and when you want to pull yourself to a status of investor, you start with startups. I mean, you're not interested to
Mhm.
anybody else but startups. So we do, each of us on the board, we do have a portfolio of several companies we have invested at early stage. Some are successful, some never started, and that's where you realize, like, okay, so what was the mistakes you did? Like, you didn't really pay attention too much to the founder, to the team. So to startups out there, when it comes to fundraising, first of all, they should be realistic in terms of numbers, because I really don't like when they come and they say, okay, valuation of my startup is 100 million because there are
Looks like a
100.
fairy tale.
Yeah, it's like, because there is, in the world there are 7 billion people and we're gonna do. Come on, be realistic. Have you made $1 today yourself? So secondly, I think in today's world, if you as a startup owner are not ready to invest $1,000 to do settings like a legal entity, you haven't opened a company even, and in your pitch deck you say, oh, I need XYZ amount for legal structure, unless it's bank, right, or something expensive. But if it's like MVP, come on, you can register a company. At least you can register domain, you can do website, you can do much more with your own funding before you go and fundraise. Today's world, people look at MVP, a proven concept. You need to understand that the concept is proven. Like, you have tried to sell your services to at least one person, your close circle. Subscribe your neighbors and families. So those are the numbers and the real statistics, right? So you be realistic, put real numbers, be honest to yourself. Are you able to execute and deliver? So you can't put on board a team of wonderful ex Google, ex Facebook if you don't have them on board. Like, you are planning to raise money to hire them. With
Yes.
money, I can hire them. So have an agreement, a commitment for them that they are ready to work for your startup. They like the concept. They want to work with you. There is an agreement with them, but yes, they has to be paid. So at least that it's a proven concept, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And
Good.
be clear with your idea. Today's world, attention is very important, and investors normally don't have time, right? So when it comes to pitching, make it short, clear, because whoever is interested, they will request for a proper due diligence. And don't forget that investors you are pitching, they have a team of lawyers and due diligence team. So if it worked with an investor and he got excited with your startup, it doesn't mean yet that you don't have to show a deeper numbers, because there will be his CFO who would go and deep down and will study the project. So that's it. Yeah, be clear with your numbers. If you don't have numbers, say it. I don't have numbers, I don't know, but this is what I can do.
Yeah. Very important. Thank you so much. There is a question from someone. Shall we take a question before we round it
Of course,
off?
of course. Yes,
So
why
this
not?
is a Vikram from Dubai. He's saying that I am, maybe I'll paste it in. So he is a professional with 30 years experience in the hospitality sector, helpless in
But I will
firing.
offer myself help us as the opportunity to showcase my experience at the culture of hiring and firing sectors are very high. With all my experience, I really would want assistance. Other companies go, but it's very difficult to find a prospective company invested any advice from anyone. So, as the culture of hiring and firing in private sector are very high, as I said, with all my experience, I really would want assistance. Other companies goes. He wants to help to grow other
Other
companies, right?
companies, yes.
But
And
it's
I
very
think he's
difficult to
looking for
find it,
clients. Yeah, he's looking for clients. I hope
which
that
is
helps.
fine. Look, I'll put it this way: an actual business owner would never say no to a really high skilled professional. I don't know how is everyone, but we are in constant search for high
Yes,
skilled professionals, right?
yes,
Constantly. Who would say no to someone who says, I'll come and I'll fix it, or I'll
mm,
come with a solution? At the end of the day, what it comes down to execution. If the person, Vikram, if you're listening, if you're ready, I don't know where you're based. Uh,
Dubai.
okay, Dubai. If you're ready, happy to meet. We have several entities on board who might be interested in having you on board. But as you rightly said, hiring and firing process in this sector is very high. It is true. So we don't want to waste each other's time. If there is
Yes.
something you are capable of deliver and execute, we can do a test period, try
Mm,
each other. If it works, it works. If it not, well, I recommend you to my partners.
yeah. I think that's a good one. And I think Go Global will be glad to have a Zoom call with you as well. And come visit us in Singapore at our event.
Yeah,
And you
why
will be able
not?
to
Yeah.
see.
Of course. I mean, maybe it can be a test to go and help you out execute on certain things. Maybe
Yes.
even now, because the event is in search of partners, search of sponsors. I mean, this can be a trial before the
Yes.
event, before the 23rd, 2 weeks to work
Yeah.
on sponsorship program.
Together.
Let him execute. Victoria, you should have
Yes.
a Zoom, give him tasks.
Yes.
Yes,
Actually,
yes. Let's try.
yeah, it's aligned with Go Global. We are in the travel, tourism, hospitality industry, so that's really aligned. And like what you said, one of the most important thing is to get hands on, and also being able to get into execution. That's what the world needs, and to be able to look at the network, who we have connected with. I noticed that if a professional or a senior management doesn't have a network, somehow when they move on, they are struggling, and that's what's been the case. So
Yeah.
get in touch with us. We are all here. Victoria is here,
Yeah.
Timur is here, and I'm here. Thank you, Vikram,
Okay.
for the question. Thank you so much, Timur. We are so grateful for your time with us, and we look forward to you and your team and your
Likewise.
network coming over and enjoying, the one day
Sure.
together.
Sure. Really
Thank you,
enjoyed
Timur.
Dr. Aziza, Victoria. Thank you very much, guys. Wish you all the best and see you in Singapore.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you. See you in Singapore. And thank you, everybody. We have the registration link, and please join us and look forward to having a conversation with you if you are getting into a one to one call with us. And we look forward to having the 8 p.m. session today with more amazing team members and partners and investors in our network.
Timur,
So,
join us at 8 p.m. Singapore time.
Sure. I
exactly.
will
Join
try.
We
us.
talk
I will
about
do my
we talk
best.
about Japan. We talk about India market.
India,
Yes, it will be
and
very
we talk about
interesting.
Indonesia.
Yes,
Great.
join
Thank
us
you so
today.
much. Bye,
Have
everyone.
a good day. Bye bye.
All
Bye.
right.
Bye,
Bye
Timur. Thank
bye.
you. Have a good day.